Hi, boys and girls. For today's story, we are going to be reading another one of my favorite books from this curriculum, and that is Chicka, Chicka, Boom, Boom. And I'm sure many of you have read this, and I'm pretty sure we've read this in the classroom in our library as well. The author of this story is Bill Martin Jr. and John Archibald, and the illustrator is Lois Ellert. If you remember the words to this story, go ahead and read with me. A told B, and B told C, I'll meet you at the top of the coconut tree. We, said D to EFG, I'll beat you to the top of the coconut tree. Chicka, chicka, boom, boom. Will there be enough room? Here comes H up the coconut tree. And I and J and Tagalong K all on their way up the coconut tree. Chicka, chicka, boom, boom. Will there be enough room? Look who's coming, LMNOP. So we've got JK, IJK, LMNOP, and QRS and TUV. QRSTUV. Still more W and XYZ. The whole alphabet of the... Oh no! We got W, X, Y, Z. What's gonna happen? I bet you know. Chicka, chicka, boom, boom. Oh no. I guess the tree wasn't strong enough. Skit, scat, scoodle, doot, flip, flop, flee. Everybody running to the coconut tree. Mamas and papas and uncles and aunts hug their little dears, then dust their pants. So we've got uppercase Z with lowercase z, uppercase R with lowercase r, uppercase J with lowercase j, and uppercase N with lowercase n. Help us up, cried ABC. Next from the piled up skinned knee D, and stub toe E, and patched up F. Then comes G, all out of breath. H is tangled up with I. J and K are about to cry. L is knotted like a tie. So you've got H and I tangled up. J and K, they're so sad. Look, they have the tears. They're about to cry. And then poor lowercase l. Looks like a bow tie. M is looped. N is stooped. O is twisted. Alley-oop. Skit, scat, scoodle, doot. Flip, flop, flee. So they said M is looped. See, instead of being a straight line right here, it's curved. N is almost curved too. And then poor O is folded on two sides. Look who's coming. It's Black Eyed P, QRS, and Loose Tooth T. Poor P has a black eye, and T has a loose tooth. Then UVW, wiggle, jiggle, free. Last to come, XYZ. And the sun goes down on the coconut tree. But chicka, chicka, boom, boom. Look, there's a full moon. A is out of bed, and this is what he said. Dare, double dare, you can't catch me. I'll beat you to the top of the coconut tree. Chicka, chicka, boom, boom. Uh-oh. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think the whole alphabet is going to be able to make it up to the tree this time without falling down? I don't know. I think that's a good thing to think about. What do you think that they would have to do so that they could all fit on the top of the coconut tree? What would you do? So I hope you enjoyed this story. Now I'm going to show you a video on how to do the activity. It's going to look a little something like this. Now remember, Ms. Martinez is not an artist, but she tries. Okay? We're going to be making a coconut tree today. We're going to be writing our names and drawing our coconut tree. That's going to be in the next video clip. Okay? I hope you enjoy the activity. For our activity, we are going to need a blank piece of paper, a drawing or writing utensil. I'm going to be using a pen to make the outline of what we're going to be making. So our story talks about a coconut tree. So what we are going to do is we are going to make a coconut tree. And on our coconut tree, we are going to write our names. So before we start drawing our coconut tree, I want us to write our name at the bottom of our page. Now, you can, if you know how to write your name, you can go ahead and write your name on your own.
No.
And if you think writing your first name is very easy, then you can go ahead and write your last name as well. If you are having trouble writing your name, you can always ask a grown-up to help you. Parents, you can take a highlighter or a light-colored marker, and you can write the name of your child. And then they can go back and they can trace their name. This is a strategy that we did in the classroom and that they will continue to do in kindergarten. Now, after we have our name at the bottom of the page, we are going to count how many letters there are in our name. So in my name, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there are 11 letters in my name. Okay. Now, to make our coconut tree, we are going to be using shapes. So the first shape we're going to be using is a triangle. And if you remember, a triangle has 3 sides. It goes down, across, and then back up. Okay? But instead of making a little triangle, we're going to make a big one. So we're going to start a little bit above the middle of our paper. We're going to go sliding down. Then we're going to go across. And we're going to slide back up to where we started. Okay? This will be the trunk of our coconut tree. And now, if you remember, our coconut tree has leaves at the top. So the way we're going to make these leaves is by making more triangles. And we'll make the triangles here on the side. And these triangles can be a little bit smaller. So remember. And if you need to turn your paper, that's perfectly fine. I'm going to turn my paper. and I make a triangle, slide down, across, and then back up. 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 And my triangles are all different sizes, and that's okay. Now, the reason I wanted you to count how many letters there are in your name is because that's how many coconuts or circles we're going to make in our tree. Okay, so I have, again, I'll count one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 letters in my name. Your name might have more or it might have less. So you have to make sure that you count your name so you know how many circles you're going to make. Okay? So once you know how many letters there are, you're going to start to draw your coconuts. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay? And where you put your coconuts doesn't matter. What matters is when you're writing your name, you're going to take one letter for each coconut. Okay? And you want to make sure you go in the right order. So the first letter in my name is an M. So I'm going to put an M in here. Then the next one is an R. So I'll put an R right there. Now when we read from left to right. So I'm going to keep going starting on this side because this is where my next coconut is. And the next letter in my name is an S. And then I have another M, then an A, an R, a T, an I. So I'm going to go back down here because this was the last letter in this row. So now I'm going to go here, and the next letter is an N. Then an E, and an S. So I made sure to put the number of coconuts in my tree the same as the number of letters in my name. Okay? And then when you're done, you can go ahead and color it in. You can use crayons, you can use markers. It's up to you, okay? So I'm going to use crayons because they're not as dark as markers. And my coconuts aren't green, so I'm not going to color my coconuts green. So each of our tree is going to look different because all of our names are different. Some of us might have only 5 coconuts. My friends, so like my friend Lucy, she only has 4 letters in her name, so she's gonna have only 4 coconuts, and that's okay. With this activity, you get to practice writing your letters and practice writing your name. Okay? And then I don't want my letters to get colored in. So I'm just going to outline my coconuts. And it's okay if you can't really read your name. What's important is that you have the right number of coconuts that correspond to the right number of letters in your name. Okay? So now I have a question for you. Chicka, chicka, boom, boom. Will there be enough room? I hope you enjoyed the activity, friends. Can't wait to see what yours look like. Bye.